Guten Morgen, meine liebe Klasse von dem Klassenzimmer der Zukunft. Heute sprechen wir über Wehtun. And what Wehtun means literally is to do pain. But that's how they talk about things hurting, body parts hurting. And so we have already learned all the body parts in German. Der Hals, der Kopf, das Bein, die Schulter. And so you can go back over that slideshow if you need to review those. They are going to be really important for what we're going to talk about today, especially the articles. Because if you remember, Germans do not use possessives when it comes to body parts. So they never say, my head hurts, or do your feet hurt? They always say, the head hurts to me, or do the feet do pain to you? And so I know it's a little bit confusing. It's just so different from English, but we have this formula here. And so if you follow these steps, it's very easy. And so we're just going to go through each of these and then we'll look at some examples. All right, so step one, to make a sentence, like for example, my head hurts or do your feet hurt? We are always going to start with the body part because that's what's doing the pain. We're going to keep it in subject form. So that's what you've learned. Der Kopf or der Hals. Or in this case, we're going to form a sentence down here. Der Fuß. We're going to make the sentence, my foot hurts. But we're not going to start with mine. We're going to start with the foot. So der Fuß. So that's step one. Start with your body part. Step two, conjugate the verb tun to agree with the body part. So you're only going to have two options here. If it's one body part, like der Fuß, it's going to be tut for RZS. If it's two body parts, like die Zähne or die Augen, it's going to be tun for ZZ. So in this case, I have der Fuß, that's one body part, and so my verb is going to be tut. All right, so then we go to step three. And so then make the person who's hurting the indirect object. And so that's going to be Merman endings. Or if it's pronouns, mir, dir, ihm, ihr, ihm, uns, euch, ihnen, ihnen. We're going to make the person who's hurting the indirect object because really we're saying the foot does pain to whom? To me. And so we have to have that to built into the word. And so if I'm saying my foot hurts, I'm going to say der Fuß tut mir because it's to me. But if it were to you, if I were going to say does your foot hurt, I would say dir. If it were to him, his foot hurt, I would say ihm. If it were my brother's foot hurt, then I would say der Fuß tut meinem Bruder. And then we always end step four with weh. And so weh really means pain. And so 4 steps, der Fuß tut mir weh, makes my foot hurts or the foot does to me pain. So now that we have the formula down, let's put it into practice. And so we see here, start with the body part, and then does, that's either tut or tun, to whom, so the person's going to be I-O, and then we end with pain or weh. All right, so for our first one, my eyes hurt. And so we want to start with the body part. And so that's going to be eyes. Think about how to say the eyes. It's going to be die Augen. And then step 2 is does. And so how many things is die Augen? It's 2. And so we got to conjugate tun for they, for the eyes. And then to whom? So the eyes are doing pain to me. So we're going to say mir. And then we end with weh. And so die Augen tun mir weh. That means my eyes hurt. All right, does your leg hurt? And so this one, I know we say we start with the body part, but think about what type of question is this? It's a yes or no question. And so we know when we have a yes or no question, we always start with the verb. And so the verb is going to be that tut or tun. And so let's think, how many body parts is your leg? That's going to be an it. So we're going to start with tut. And then Germans don't really like to leave that pronoun hanging out at the end. So we're going to go ahead and say our pronoun. And so the leg is doing pain to whom? To you. And so we're going to go ahead and put that pronoun to you here. So that's going to be dir. So tut dir. And now we don't want to say your leg. We don't want to say dein leg. We want to say the leg. And so think about what the leg is. That's going to be das Bein. And then finally, we always end with they. And so that's how you would ask somebody, does your leg hurt? Tut dir das Bein weh? And then the person could respond, ja, das Bein tut mir weh. All right. Nummer 3, our muscles hurt. So this case, we have a sentence. It's not a question, so we can come back here to our formula. So we're going to start with the body part, which is the muscles. So that's going to be die Muskeln. And then we're going to come to our verb. Is it tut or tun? Muscles is plural, so that's going to be tun. All right, so they are doing pain to whom? If it's our muscles, they're doing pain to us. So think about what that pronoun's going to be. It is uns. And then we have weh, always in with the weh. And so die Muskeln tun uns weh. All right, Nummer 4, my sister's stomach hurts. And so we have a statement, so we can use the formula. So we're going to start with the body part. Stomach, do we remember what that is? We have 2 options. It's either der Bauch or der Magen. I'll go with der Bauch, but der Magen works just the same. And so then we go to our verb. How many things is the stomach? It is 1. And so we're going to say der Bauch tut. All right, so this is where we're going to get to whom. So really we're saying the stomach does pain to my sister. It's almost like giving a gift to my sister. And so think that indirect object ending, sister is feminine, merman. So this is going to be my Näher with an R, Schwester. And then we always end with weh. And so, der Bauch tut meiner Schwester weh. If we wanted to say her stomach hurts instead of my sister, if we wanted to just say her, then we would simply replace this whole phrase, meiner Schwester, match up that R with ihr, just like so.